The problem about running a service which just about limps forward, which has just enough um, drivers for its trains, that just about negotiates its way around strikes, is that when there is a real catastrophe, it can't do anything. So Eurostar has cancelled all of the services to and from London St Pancras because there's flooding on a tunnel under the River Thames. How on earth do you repair that? The video of the tunnel flooding looks horrific, and people are now stuck because it's too late to book alternative transport. And the Eurostar approach is to offer people full refunds. Well, that doesn't do the job. People are now stuck in a position where it's not a matter of just a refund. They've now got to find somewhere to stay. And it's not about disappointed travellers or disappointed tourists or people simply having fun and not able to have fun. It's people who have good reason to be in one place rather than the other, and that they had staked a series of expectations on that. And a lot of people crying. Well, I'm not surprised. We don't know where to go. We don't know where to stay. And I'm sure there's similar stories on the other side of the channel. And the problem is there is no contingency plan. And in the same way as I think that a rail service which gets hit by a strike should still be duty bound to provide transport, even if that's in buses, so too a rail service which hasn't done its proper repairs, its proper hasn't taken care of the tunnels that it's using, because this is an accident waiting to happen, isn't it? Then it has a duty to its passengers. And this is hardly an act of God. This is an act of stupidity. This is a failure to invest. And instead we've got all this nonsense about HS2. We can't even make HS1 function. We can't even make the basic rails function. And yet we're talking about HS2, high speed. We're going backwards, not forwards. This isn't a time to be thinking about high speed. This is a time about actually ensuring that our basic commitment to rail travel works. I mean, chipping away at the system by not employing enough people, by not giving them enough money to actually make their job worthwhile, by not giving them proper respect. Travelling on the trains is fast becoming a nightmare. It's not only that you don't know whether the train will actually run, it's that when you're on the train, or when you find yourself on a station and you've got to make a change, there's nowhere to actually get the information. There's lots and lots of noise, but often the required help is not available. And that often would be an individual. But you have to schlep up and down stairs, up and down, all over the place to try and find an office which is manned. And by that point, your train has gone. There used to be a time, not so long ago, when the information was easy to access. But even information coming through on apps is almost unable to keep track of all the changes which are imposed because things don't run according to expectations. I would be very happy not to travel again. I'd be very happy sitting in my office doing nothing outside my house. But I know I have to travel. I know I have to. And I dread the experience because it's a nightmare. And if that means I have to pay more in order to get somewhere, I would be willing to pay more in order to get somewhere. But it doesn't matter how much I pay. The system doesn't work. So there's pumps and tankers now running around the area in the River Thames. to try and sort something out. The track incidentally is run by HS1. You can't make it up, can you? And Southeastern have said that no services will be running from St Pancras, Stratford International, or Ebbsfleet International. How long this inaction is going to last, and what's going to happen to the people who are stuck, God knows. And certainly the rail system doesn't care. Who cares?